I've been getting back into the habit of writing again, which is really hard for me to say because I haven't really been doing it as much as I want to, and that's all my fault. Yeah, I give myself the ability, the time, the focus to be able to do that, and then I just kind of ponder off the day, and it becomes a complete waste. So the fact that I've been getting back into it has been a real help with me getting the ideas in my head out. The one story I mentioned in a previous video was of the vampire horror flick vampire horror story, and to get some basis for the what's scary, what's not, I started thinking about what I think is scary, and I started doing some YouTube searches on games and movies and stuff, and I came across the new trailer for the Silent Hill series, Silent Hills, which is, to me, is kind of weird that they named it that way, but that's okay. I think I know where they're going with. But it's a playable trailer, and it's a first person, you're walking through a house. Well, you're walking through a hallway repeatedly over and over, and every time you walk through the hallway, there's something just a little minor different about it. But you don't notice that there's minor changes until something major happens, and then you start noticing. It was really neat to see the walk into madness that happens in this probably half-hour trailer game, in a way. The subtle hints, the major hints, the emphasis on background horror more than in-your-face horror. And of course the difference is easy. In-your-face horror is the monster jumps out in front of you unexpectedly, and you're scared. And then there's the background horror, which is ambiance, sound, scratching in another room, the breathing of your character, and these concepts. I started thinking about what I enjoy in a good horror game. I'm not a big fan of the boo scary things. I saw a video recently of Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a boo scary jump scare type thing mixed in with a little background horror. The concept is it's a real simple concept, and I just think that they could have done way more with the game. You're a security guard stuck in a room watching out for these animatronic Chuck E. Cheese type robots to come to life and to come and kill you. And the only thing you have to protect yourself are these doors. So it's cheesy. It's not, to me, it's boo scary horror strategy. It's kind of weird. But then I started thinking about the games that really pick at this horror element of background noise and what was that out of the corner of my eye? Is there something behind me? The two that really stand out, actually I'll say three. Everybody loves Amnesia. I haven't played Machine for Pigs, so I can't say anything about that one. But Descent into Darkness was a great horror game. Up until the monster kills you for the first time, and then after that it becomes kind of like, oh, it's not scary anymore, it's a pain in the ass. I've got to hide from the monster before I can go do the puzzle, and then I gotta hide from the monster, but, and it's the same monster in essence throughout the whole game. I really liked it, don't get me wrong, but Outlast was another one that I won't say recently, it's been a couple months. Outlast did a phenomenal job of getting me stuck in a story that I didn't really care about at first, just to see where it goes. I think the haunted sanitarium thing's been overkilled in the horror genre, but Outlast kind of takes it a little differently, and I really kind of wanted to see where that was going. I didn't get too far into it before my laptop died, so I was kind of bummed out about that. I got up to the part where right after I had to fill the gas tanks in the basement, which was really neat because of the whole... Right before it, I talked about in Amnesia, you have one monster or the same type of monster that's hunting you constantly. In Outlast, I think there's been so far, at least where I was up to, at least 3 different types of things coming after me. You had the crazy asylum people that were still kind of there but not there. You had this big whole monster tank thing that rips off a door and throws it down the hallway. And then you had this guy in a basement in complete darkness who was hunting you, and if you made too much noise, he'd start coming after you, but only because of the noise. So it added some different elements that Amnesia did well, but Outlast added to and kind of took it a step forward. So the other one that I haven't played yet, I really can't wait to get my hands on, is Dark Woods. I've been watching Mathis Plays. No, not Mathis Plays. Mathis Games, his channel. I've been watching him play. He's given up on it for the time being because he got real frustrated with some of the alpha mechanics in it. But the game has no story other than you're trying to survive in these woods. And you really don't have a single damn clue about what's going on. And I think that kind of adds a little to the horror element. I think it also kind of is kind of a cheap way to not have to tell a story. The thing I do like about the game is that during the night, you have to drink from the well. So you have to be at a spot where there is a well. And then at night, everything gets all dark and you can only see where you have lights set up. Of course, too much noise brings these things out of the woods and they kill you very quickly. The first time I watched one of his videos, I was so intently watching it, my heart is crazy going nuts, I'm getting anxious, I'm shaking, I'm like, I'm watching this guy play this game, and I'm the one freaking out. So those are the type of games that really keep me in, and that's the kind of horror I want to be able to write. And so I've got, like I said, I got this little, I got my main thing going on. I think I'm going to do it a different way instead of write like I normally write. I think I'm gonna put a little twist on it and do some thinking and experiment really with the project as a whole. Really, I think that's where I'm going with it. I gave it a name. I used it kind of as a code project. I think I have a name, but I'm not going to give too much away until I can get more into it. But so that's where I am sitting on that project and really my thoughts on horror in general. Yeah.